Is it alright then if I contact you in the future through your mind? If you think of me, I will know. I'm not gonna lie. We got a date with Leaf coming up on Sunday, but the way Sabrina's talking to me, it's here again. It's that same feeling I felt Pokemon Academy Life Friday. I hope you guys have a great Friday or are having a good Friday. We're jumping right back in. Last episode got a little hot and heavy. Sharon got a little desperate at the end as usual. The student council elections are going to be the weekend this Saturday, guys, and I'm kind of nervous at the same time. Let's see what this episode has in store for us.
Good morning, students. As you may know, it is commonly understood that a Pokemon stat can be reduced or increased 6 standard stages before their diminishing returns become small enough to have no notable effect. For most statistics, an increasing of 1 stage is equal to an increase of 50%. However, a decrease in 1 stage diminishes rapidly. A stat lowered 1 stage is only 66%, as powerful as before. 2 stages is 50%, 3 stages is 40%, 4 stages is 33%, 5 stages is roughly 28.5%. And of course, a stat lowered 6 stages is only 25% as powerful as it was originally. I see your eyes glazing over. Can anyone tell me the pattern is for these stat changes? Perhaps someone with a solid understanding of math. I do not have, so don't ask me. Oh, looks like Hilbert got up in time. It's been so quiet the past couple of days, I forgot he was here. The begin number is 100%, is equal to 2 or over 2. Positive changes go on the numerator, negatives on the denominator.
Huh. This class is full of rookies. Have you ever even looked in a Pokedex before? Think about the numbers, Whitney. If your Pokemon uses Sharpen and is at 1+1 to attack, then your attack is... Oak just said 50%, right? So 150% of what it was before. Right, and 150% is equal to 3 halves, but if your attack is lowered 1 stage, then your attack is equal to 66%, which is 2/3,
the opposite of 3 halves.
Oh, I get it. So if your stats are lowered, you add the penalty to the bottom number, and if your stats are raised, you add the bonus to the top number, and then you can figure out what percentage of the original stat is. God, finally, you got the world-famous Professor Oak right there. I shouldn't have to explain this. He could be a project.
However, accuracy and evasion works differently.
Did she just say he was a project as in like it was before with her and is she interested in blue? Please don't. Whitney, he's gonna ruin you.
Where the numerator and denominator are adjusted respectively, but the standard fraction is 3/3 as opposed to 2/2. This means with an accuracy boost, a move with a natural accuracy of 75% or 3/4 is guaranteed to hit, all other conditions being equal. Some of you may have noticed that in your last quiz, your Munchlax had a single stage accuracy boost. This was to ensure you see that Munchlax's Belch, a 90% accurate move, could not miss. Moving on then, Jesus. That was a lot that Oak was telling me.
Crap, didn't we have a quiz today? I'm so unprepared, man.
Don't worry, you can borrow my notes.
Dark-type Pokemon specialize in breaking the rules and turning the assumption of a fair fight against your opponents. That's why the move Knock Off is one of my favorites. It slaps an opposing Pokemon item right out of their hands, leaving them much weaker if it's something they depend on. Why not use Thief and have your Pokemon steal the item instead? Well, that's if your Pokemon... What if your Pokemon is already holding one? Or what if their item would hold you back, like a choice specs on a physical attacker? Sometimes items are better stolen, other times they're better neutralized. One size never fits all in battle. Oh, and Knockoff does a nice chunk of damage, much more than Thief if your opponent is holding an item. Ooh. Karen points out the few Pokemon are eager to switch into Knockoff.
And if there's anything more you want to hear about, then let me or Bruno know. In the meantime, it's time to do some battles. Bruno?
B, you'll be fighting Psy today. Oh, that's great. Low. Hey B, we didn't end up battling each other during the battle team trials, did we? I guess it's our first battle today. Battle then. I'm looking forward to it. I have spent much time preparing for a battle against you. I have formulated a dozen strategies, each designed to take down your Pokemon with unflawed precision. Oh yeah? Care to share any of those plans? No, they all suck beans.
Beg pardon?
It's a Galarian expression that means they're rotten. Yeah, no, I got that from context. Why are they rotten? They're far too complicated. After a while, each of my plans that related to defeating you now require me to have set events in motion several weeks before our battle. Oof. Well, unless you have a time machine, that might be a bit of a problem. Rather. In any case, in lieu of our plan guaranteeing victory, I'm confident in my raw strength.
Well, so am I. Guess there's only one way to solve this, huh?
Height! Begin!
Oh my god.
What the fuck is that?
I know roly-poly, but I didn't know clobopus.
I'm gonna assume it's a freaking bird type. I'm gonna safeguard. Okay, well, roly-poly got fucked. Clear. Okay, I gotta start paying attention to what moves are going around, because I realized that could be a problem. Goodbye, roly-poly. Happini. Oh, Happini's getting experience too. The experience share. Oh, Clobopus is asleep. Can I switch items on the fly? No? Oh, of course not. I won't use Happini now anyway. Freaking Happini will get destroyed by these freaking fighting type Pokemon. Water gun on Machop. Swablu, use Fury attack. Machop. No guard. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Be careful of that thing. That thing used focused attack. It's gonna murder somebody. I gotta make sure I take it out. Okay, it's dead. Good news. All right. Fall Lynx. Okay, well, she has a Fall Lynx too. That's to be expected. Fall Lynx is a pure fighting type. So, not sure. Oh, it missed. Oh, Mudkip. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, Swablu's dead. I don't have any other high-level Pokemon either. Okay. I guess we'll just have to keep going. Yep, Mudkip's dead. I know that I cannot... Oh, we are going to lose. We might actually lose. Yeah, well, yeah, I lost. All the lost. Perhaps the importance of a solid plan was overstated by your instructors. I see you have been training that Tyrogue from the egg. Yeah, strong little guy, you know, for a baby. I'm certain when he evolves into your chosen Hitmon, he will be a valuable contributor to your team. Bet he will. Also, I didn't have my 6th Pokemon because Pikachu replaced one of them. But I couldn't do anything about that. I usually would have 6 Pokemon in my party right now.
Those were some good battles today. I'm confident that our leagues are in good hands with you students taking the reins.
Man, I'm starving. Let's see what's on the special on the menu today.
Cherubi fruit?
Okay. I know that we synthesize meat, but that fruit, right? Wait, is it? It came off a living animal, so that makes it meat. But if the animal is made of plant matter, then that makes it a plant? But if it's an animal, it can't by definition be made of plant matter. Can it? This might be one of those things I shouldn't think about too hard. I'm sure the kitchen staff know what they're doing. Hello, sir. Sorry, I'm in a dreadful rush. Here's your allotment of posters, though. Oh, thanks. 50 of them, right? Yes, that's right. I'd recommend putting these up in the evening. Perhaps get a friend to assist. Alright, thanks. Talk to you later then. Gotta eat first.
Seems like I'll have to cut this lecture short. Remember, positive changes go on the numerator, negative on the denominator. Dismissed.
Hey.
Hey.
You seem a bit
blushy.
Yeah, look, I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
Well, maybe we could go somewhere else to discuss this?
Yeah, sure, I get you. How's the garden?
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Oh, Leaf is making moves.
You arrive at the garden, your heart is beating rapidly as you turn a corner, and Leaf makes a big show of making sure you're alone.
Familiar situation here. You gonna shove some more money into my hands?
No, not this time. I mean, unless you ask for it.
I probably won't. So what's up?
Man, this is difficult. I'm not really used to saying stuff like this.
Take your time?
Oh my god, did you actually just stutter? Stutter and blush?
That's... You're one to talk.
Yeah, okay. I'm doing this. So, like, are you dating anyone?
Yeah, actually, Nessa. Maybe you've heard of her?
Yeah, I've heard of her. She's a model, right? Galarian. So she's got that sexy accent, and she's rich. Yep, that's the one. Great. Well, she's an option then. Is it serious?
Nah, she actually specifically said she didn't have time for anything serious, so, you know, she manages expectations well.
Okay, great, because that was going to make this conversation way more awkward. So, you probably noticed, because I haven't exactly been subtle about it, but, I kind of like you, and, do you want to go on a date? Like, no strings, just a casual thing. To see if we're, compatible? Your silence is scaring me, dude.
Sorry, just thinking about what to say.
Okay, well, do you need, like, hours, or just a couple... Say yes, motherfucker, go!
Yes, let's go on a date, bitch. Let's go.
Whoa, it was that easy? I've been psyching myself over this for, like, weeks now. If I had known how easy you were going to make this, I would have asked way earlier. I mean, I was hinting pretty heavily, but I guess you can't help being a guy.
Leaf, I totally got your hints. I was returning fire the entire time.
Yeah, well, I don't have a comeback for that. Who says we need a comeback?
Say, so what does this make us?
Dating. Just dating, I think. It might become something more later, but, like, we don't even know what each other's deal breakers are.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to know which way you put the toilet paper before we do anything serious.
Yeah, and you better close the toilet lids before you leave the bathroom.
Do you take decaf or full calf coffee?
Are you gonna want a motorcycle? Guys always want motorcycles.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna want a motorcycle. They're seriously cool.
Alright, as long as I get a minivan. Well, that's great. I'm really happy that you think I'm cool enough to hang out with.
You're more than cool, Leaf. Your ice cold.
So, you down to go a date on Sunday? Sure. Cool. I know you're super busy with your student council stuff, and the elections are Saturday, so Sunday should be a nice break from all that. I'll be expecting you to plan our future dates, though.
Whoa, you're already planning future dates? What if I totally blow the first one?
Confession time. I actually considered that trip into the fields our first date, and the shopping trip too.
Huh?
You should try going on dates with people who don't know you're going on a date with them. It's pretty great. All the fun, none of the obligation.
I think that might be called stalking.
Well, that's for the jury to decide. Hey, I think this will be really great. For us, I mean.
Well, the best part is whether or not it's great is up to us.
I can't wait for our date. Bestie to date. Wow, we just evolved! Ho-ho!
Wow, not how I expected this day to go. Dang it, I forgot to ask for help putting up these posters. I guess I'll do that now before I really get my free time.
You know, if I was smart, I'd do some battles to level up some Pokemon, but I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference because if you think about it, my Pokemon can't breach the gap to level higher than that because they're all stuck at like level 5 because of the electives.
Oh, hey, mate, didn't expect to see you here. What are you up to?
Sai, hiya. I'm just doing some research.
What about? School stuff?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out for bug class. Instructor Berg mentioned that the way bug types create their webs is more an art than a science. But my dad always says that art is just science people haven't put into a formula just yet.
Your dad? Oh, Professor Birch, right?
The one and only.
I guess you were raised in a pretty science-y household then?
Yep, science and research have been in the Birch family line for generations. My dad moved to Hoenn to study the biodiversity where a few years before I was born.
So, is that what you want to do when you graduate?
Nah, I could never do that, do better than my dad anyway. I want to be a contest coordinator with Brendan.
Oh right, I think you might have mentioned that. How did you and Brendan end up becoming interested in coordinating anyway?
Contest coordinating. Musical coordinating, it's a different thing.
Oh right, oh, my bad.
It's no problem. Anyway, contests are really popular in Hoenn. Actually, that's where they were invented. I guess we both kind of grew up watching coordinators on TV instead of trainers, so that's who we wanted to become.
Kind of funny that you're going to enter this arts field instead of a science field, huh?
I guess it is. My dad was surprised, actually. He always thought that I'd take over the Birch lab when he retired. Actually, I think he's a bit angry at Brendan because he thinks Brendan maybe wants to be a coordinator.
Really? But Brendan always talks so highly about your dad.
Yeah, my dad's a real big softie. When he's angry at someone, the worst he'll do is not offer them extra cornbread at dinner.
The horror!
Besides, Brendan is so nice. I don't think he'd notice if someone were furious with him.
I don't know what Brendan would even do to make someone furious of him.
Yeah, I mean, the only arguments we ever have really are about something I cook.
Right, I kind of clued in on that, actually. What's the deal there?
Oh, it's, well,
Trying to decide something?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should tell you, but I guess I can. We know each other well enough, and you're friends with Brendan. Well, there we go then. But I think I'm going to leave it up to this coin.
Are you gonna flip a coin? Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Isn't flipping a coin to decide this kind of irresponsible? I mean, if you don't trust me, that's fine, but I wouldn't leave it up to chance.
It's totally irresponsible, but that's a good thing. I'm not responsible at all. The coin it is.
That's an interesting interpretation of how responsibility works.
Okay, so that's heads. So sure, guess I'll tell you.
Sure.
So I like to cook.
I do pretty much all the cooking for my dorm, and whenever Brendan and I have picnics or whatever, I cook for those too. With you so far?
I learned back home in Hoenn, taught myself actually. My dad's great with a grill, but he can also kind of only grill. So I learned to cook and bake just so we had a bit more variety in our food. And I got really, really good at it too. But pretty much the only things I know how to make are meat and sweets. And Brendan's a vegetarian who doesn't like sweet things.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and the weird part is that he wasn't always like that. We've been dating for years, known each other for 10, and for the first 9, he couldn't even get enough of my cooking. I know that nobody can help it if his taste changed, but I don't know what to do now. I can't cook nearly as often as I used to, since there's not a lot I know how to make that he can actually eat at this point.
You do like cooking for him, right? Like, you're not just doing it out of sense of obligation.
Of course, it's really fun, and besides, it's how I tell him I love him.
Cute. Forgive me for asking a dumb question, but have you considered learning some new recipes? Oh, sorry, did I say something I shouldn't have?
No, it's just, I've known 5 recipes for 10 years, and I'm good at them. What if it turns out I'm not good at any others?
Well, then you could practice, I guess.
Practice on Brendan? I'm not gonna give my sweetheart crappy food just so I can get better.
You can practice on me. I'll eat pretty much anything.
Maybe I should flip a coin for this? Oh, I get it. Huh?
This isn't about cooking at all. You're afraid of change, aren't you?
Hey, that's a bit rude.
It's the only thing that makes sense. You don't want to make big decisions, so you let other people or that coin make them for you. And you don't want to learn new recipes because right now you're good at everything you make. Even if Brendan's overexposed to it, you know that the food is objectively good, so why change it, right?
Uh-oh, did I blow it? I guess you aren't entirely wrong. But you can't tell Brendan this. He just thinks I'm really forgetful.
I don't think couples should have secrets from each other. I won't tell Brendan, but you should.
Yeah, you're right. Of course. I am afraid of change. I never thought that was a bad thing, though. Everything's going fine now, so why try to fix what isn't broken?
Change isn't always about fixing a broken thing. Change sometimes just lets you get better. I mean, you're in a bug type elective. You know this, right? A bug's got to mash all its insides up into gross poop before it can become a butterfly.
Are you saying I need to enter my gross poop phase?
Well, yeah, a Caterpie might think its life is perfect, but I'm pretty sure there's no Butterfree that would want to go back to being a Caterpie. Also, your dad's a scientist, and you've been around sciencey stuff your whole life. You know how important evolution is, right? Not just for Pokemon, people have to evolve too. But if you want to evolve, that means you need to actively make the choice to, and you need to decide what you're evolving into. You can't just flip a coin on that.
Actually, a Wurmple randomly evolved into either Silcoon or Cascoon.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you're a Wurmple?
I used to pretend to be one. My dad brought me a sleeping bag that looked like a Cascoon. I love that thing. But then I got too big for it.
Evolution does have its downsides, like not fitting into your cozy Cascoon sleeping bag anymore. But the upsides are too big to turn down.
Pretty big of Mr. I'm never evolving my Pikachu to be lecturing me on evolution.
Hey, if I would, I could. And if you wanted to evolve, of course.
It's kind of weird that I'm telling you this stuff but before anyone else, but I really want Brendan to see me as better than I am. You know? I mean, the scientist's daughter and entomologist who doesn't want to go through her own metamorphosis sounds like a bad joke.
I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Brendan is the most non-judgmental guy I know, and it's obvious that he loves you just as much as you love him. The fact you're so worried about making this work is proof that even if you're afraid of changing what you have and messing up, you'll find a way to fix it.
Aw, thanks, Sai. You're a good friend.
I try my best. But again, the best way to fix any issues you think you might be having to just tell Brendan everything you've told me.
Sai, have you ever had a girlfriend?
No, I have not.
What about a boyfriend?
Nope, though I would be open to it.
Maybe I should be worried about how much time you're spending around Brendan then.
Nah, I'm not a homewrecker. Don't worry about me.
That's a relief.
Anyway, why do you ask about whether I've had a partner,
It's just that you're giving a lot of advice for someone who's never actually been in the situation, Where'd this come from, huh?
Will you be offended if I say common sense?
A little bit, yeah.
Sorry, but that's where this is coming from.
I mean, communication works, and it's the only thing that works. If you can't Pokemon battle it into submission, then you just gotta talk to it. And if that doesn't work, nothing will. No, you can't Pokemon battle your way away your fear of change. Dang it! You also can't Pokemon contest away your fear of change. Double dang it!
If the idea of just explaining why you make the same meals to Brendan over and over is really that terrifying, though, then you could just practice your new recipes on me. Maybe a bit less spicy than you would normally, though.
Alright, thank you, but please don't tell Brendan about this.
I won't, as long as you promise you eventually will.
Okay, I will.
Cool. Also, can I say I'm kind of jealous?
Huh?
It's really obvious how much you and Brendan care for each other. I want that someday.
Oh, that's sweet of you, and I'm sure you'll find someone who loves you just as much as I love Brendan.
What do you love about the guy? I mean, I know why I like him, but what's your reason?
I'm not even sure I could say them all. He's so kind. If he thinks if anybody is feeling lonely or needs help with something, he's always there, even if he's not actually good at the thing he's helping with. And he's so funny. He's got an innocent mind, and we can look at the same thing and see two different completely different things. He always sees the world in a different way than I do. And I love finding out how he feels about things. It's been years since we started dating, but I still learn new things about his mind every day, and I love it.
Okay, but when you were going to mention that he's hot and fit as hell?
I was getting to that. Let me fawn over my boyfriend at my own pace, please.
Me copa. Well, I don't actually usually mention that because I don't want him to seem shallow, but I really do love how much effort he puts into his appearance. Part of it is just that Pokemon coordinators need to look good if they want to win, but he goes above and beyond. He wakes up at 6 in the morning every day just so he can work out, take a shower, brush his teeth, and do his hair. I have noticed, Brendan's pretty fastidious for such a big guy.
Yeah, I love that about him. He's so disciplined, and when he's got his mind on something, he'll never let go. And he works so hard on anything he tries to.
Oh, that just gets extolling Brendan's virtues with May. It makes you feel as though you both have a better understanding of Brendanity. You gained 3 points of I love how they call it Brendanity. Brendanity?
May?
You with us?
I'm sorry. I need to go cuddle my boyfriend. I just remember how much I love him.
Aw, love him enough to tell him why you don't want to make him any new meals?
Maybe after I practice.
I'll take it, and I'm here to help. You got any noxious streaming piles of Mystery Food X? I'll try them before they get anywhere near Brendan's delicate palate.
Thanks. I bet you'll be a great taster.
I am taster now. That's an interesting rank up.
Stars of the text, how you doing? Looking forward to our date. I hope you're ready for my date outfit. Might be a bit too scandalous, but I don't care.
I'm ready for that! If you take anything away from this lesson, let it be that evolutionary stones are exceedingly rare in Kobukan. Without a well-funded mining expedition that can go very deep into Kobukan's surface, you're unlikely to find anything. In fact, over 70% of our mineral resources are purchased from the Univin city of Drifell. This could be considered a blessing though, as Kobukan's peaceful past is largely due to the fact that it had nothing worth taking by foreign warlords until the modern age. Even the dueling monarchies of nearby Unova, infamous as their conflict was, never thought about Kobukan an unattractive target for their conquests. Huh. There are historical records actually say that the tyrant king of Kalos, who conquered 27% of the known world at one time, left Kobukan alone as he thought conquering it would be an indignity to his station. So unless anyone has any questions, I think that about brings us to the end of the lecture.
Hey.
Hey, you look good.
Don't I always?
Can't say I've ever seen you not to look good, no.
I went fishing for that one.
Speaking of, I know you're planning our next date, but you know, on the off chance I get a second date, how would you feel about fishing? Or not? You don't want to catch any fish Pokemon?
It's not the fish I mind. I mean, I don't love water types, but... Tell you what, how about I give you more details on Sunday?
Sure thing. Sounds like a plan.
Alright, see you then.
Huh. She doesn't love water types. Come to think of it, her entire team is really good against water types, isn't it? Wonder what that's about. Guess I'll find out on Sunday.
I don't get why Pichu hasn't evolved yet. I mean, look at her. She's level freaking 12.
Everyone goes at their own pace, you know? Kite Guskse! Listen well. There are many schools of martial arts like a river floating to the ocean. All aspire toward the same inner mastery. One of the oldest and most sacred is Sumo. On the clay of the dojo, Rikishi collide in bursts of speed and strength. Each bout is decided more than mere seconds after the Dakchai. A single fallen misstep marks defeat. Sumo is zero sus cultist, and only 1 in hundreds may become a Yokozuna. In ancient times, only Makuhita and Hariyama could achieve such a rank. These Pokemon, which yet dwell in the local forest, invented Sumo. They were the sensei for all Nigen Rikishi. Marshall is furious when someone refers to the wrestlers Mawashi as Divers. And that's the end of the lecture. Time to put our lessons to practice with some battles. Bruno? Sai, you'll be facing Nate. Again? Alright, I guess we'll see what pun he's got in mind this time. That's all I can tell you. Now give me what you promised. I can't yet, H. I'm dealing with massively sensitive intel here. I sympathize, I really do, but even with your help on the meteor case, I can't tell you what. Hey, S, you're my partner in class today! Sure am. Surprised to see you talking with someone else, though, Hilbert. I guess you've been introduced to Nate. I've always known him. Okay, well, Nate, are you ready for a battle? Sure am. Let's do this thing. Wait. Huh? I want to join you. I mean, I'm flattered, but Instructor Alder, I wish to fight alongside Nate against Sai. Sounds good. What the hell? There we go. There's no problem. Well, what about S? Are you cool with it? Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I beat 3 guys at once before. I think I can handle you 2. So far, Nate, you've done a lot of talking about what you can do. Let's see if you have the battle skills to back up your claims. It doesn't matter what you know if you can't protect that knowledge with your power. So show me the power before I agree to be your partner. What did I walk into? Beat us and you might find out. You're an us? Oh, there's the fucking edgy bullshit sword thing again. Lovely. I totally didn't miss that. Well, I guess we better do something about it. Wait, is it a steel or a ghost? That hone edge. I think it is. Well, guess we'll try it out and see. What's the worst that can happen? Yep, hone edge is weak to ghost. Okay, that's good to know. Hone edge. Ghost Stonish. Oh, his freaking attack's raised. Can we kill it, please? Thank you. Oh! This is the first time we're seeing it on stream, right? Stream? On video. Bro, we evolve in the middle of the Pokemon match? Yo! Marshtomp! Oh! Oh, Marshtomp's not affected by your lightning! Get fucked, loser! Oh my god. This is it. This is it. This is legitimately it. Oh! Yo! Cubchoo? Magmite's asleep. Okay, this is great. This is the luckiest thing that could have happened. Matter of fact, I'm switching. Does Tyrogue have any fighting moves yet? No, he doesn't. Maybe not Happiny. Happiny won't survive here with these level 12s. Well, it's worth a shot. Oh my god, dude. This is the best. I did not expect, okay? I did not expect my Mudkip to evolve here, but it did. And I'm going to destroy this guy. Oh my goodness. Look at all the freaking mud shot I can do. Oh my god. Use Helping Hand. Boom, baby. Tyrogue's level 6. Bro, we just had an evolution, chat. We just had an evolution. In the middle of battle, baby. Marshtomp, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, Marshtomp. That's Trubbish now. That's great. Forgot that we gotta deal with the trash Pokemon. I have Helping Hand. We will use the Helping Hand. Oh, it's because he came out when the poison spikes were out. Okay. Which that makes a lot of sense. Oh, we're gonna kill you. It's over, dude. You win! Oh my god. Nate, how come you and Hilbert's Hone Edge, you had Hilbert's Hone Edge, and Hilbert, why'd you have Nate's Clink? Oops, we must have accidentally swapped Pokeballs at some point. There wasn't an altercation. My possessions were scattered around. I guess I just misplaced them. An altercation? What do you mean? What, did you guys get into a fight? Nah. Yes. H. It doesn't matter. We realized we had some common ground, and I am entirely incapable of laying a finger on him anyway.
Yeah, lots of people try to lay fingers on me, so I've gotten pretty good at turning them down. That's the curse of a heartbreaker. Anyway, good battle, man. I'm impressed.
Thanks. Same to you. He's a powerful battler. We should have him join us.
Absolutely not. This job doesn't need a strong battler. Never mind two.
I trust him, which is more than I can say for you.
Great. Tell me your trust yields any kind of tactical advantage.
You like him.
Sure, and R is my favorite movie star, but that doesn't mean I'd ask her to be a part of what we're dealing with.
Ah, rookie mistake. You never let your opponent get off that third quiver dance. That's the killer. Good fundamentals, though. Go have lunch. You'll do better next time.
I didn't lose.
I think I might go for a gazpacho today. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good.
Oh, hey. Oh, Sai, great. Maybe you can help me figure this out.
Sure, what's up?
Hilda was just asking me if I know who pineapple-haired guy hanging out with Hilbert all the time is.
Pineapple-haired?
Yeah, Wendy told me his name's Nathan, so who is this guy?
Nathan?
He's just another student as far as I know. You're Hilbert's roommate. Do you know why he's spending time with someone else? Oh, are you jealous? What? No. I don't know. Concerned? Hilbert doesn't hang out with people unless he's forced to. So, like, that must mean that Nate's got something on Hilbert, right? I'm just worried about what that is. Is it a bad thing if Hilbert spends time with other people? Huh. Well, no, I guess not. Hell, I've been trying to convince him to be more social for our entire lives. But you know, him suddenly finding a new best friend is concerning. There's gotta be something that caused it, right? Maybe, but I don't think him finding a new friend is something you need to worry about.
I agree. I just battled them in gym class and they seemed fine enough. I kinda got the vibe they were working on some big secret. Is your birthday coming up?
Not for a long while. March 4th.
Beats me then.
Shit, guess I'll just have to ask Hilbert then. But I don't want him to think that I'm not encouraging new friendships. So, just out of my curiosity, since I did that little favor for you, would you mind doing a favor for me? Shit, of course. What's up? Go ahead, Tia. My hat got ripped. Do you know how to repair it? My fingers aren't small enough.
Your fingers? You've got to have way smaller fingers than me at your size, but hell yeah, that'd be a piece of cake. Just a bit of daring.
Thank you. No problem.
Hey, how'd your hat get ripped, though? I've seen how carefully you take care of it. What happened?
It was the weirdest thing. We were just in Esperia walking by the seaport when I was in the city when this really big, bad, and angry person stole my hat.
Again?
She said person, but it was a Pokemon, wasn't it? Yes, but Pokemon are people. I mean, Pokemon aren't people.
Did we evolve so much that we were able to separate ourselves from Pokemon? That's something to think about. Put down a fortune cookie.
I mean, one of those Pokemon rights organization in Unova said that, but most people wouldn't agree. They ended up being terrorists anyway. Does that mean you don't think I'm a person? What? No, of course you are, sweetie. You're a human. Of course I'm a human. Come on, T. You're probably lightheaded from all that running around you've been doing. Let's get you some fish. I do like fish. Sai, do you think a Pokemon can be a person? Sure. I got that +3. Big, bad, and angry. Sounds like another one of those frenzy Pokemon that I've been seeing around. I should fight it. I should investigate. Get that knowledge increased. The next time I go to the city, I should see if I can find that Pokemon. By the seaport, right? There are probably some new Pokemon to catch there. Maybe I should talk to old Madog about those frenzied Pokemon. If he figures out what's happening and this hasn't happened before, maybe I could be the one to name them. Maybe something like Frenzied Overpowered Enemy, or Fantastically Outraged Executor. Maybe Fierce Opposed Entity. Nah, that's silly. Well, let's see what we got. The quiet table, romantic table, busy table, cheerful table, angry table, calm table. Maybe we could do the calm table again today. You walk in the middle of a quiet discussion. I would ask one of you to act as my sparring partner tomorrow. No thanks. Sound like a pain. Shit, no. I remember what happened last time I agreed to that. My ass still hurts. I am not a suitable opponent for your speciality. I'm afraid I'm being folded like an old napkin. Do not worry. I do not fold old napkins. I rip them apart and throw them away.
You can talk seriously as lunch passes. Don't piss B off, guys.
So good news about normal class that we just took. We're almost at level 9, which will match Swablu, and then eventually we get to 10, and then we can level Swablu up.
Oh, that was the bell. Well, I suppose it's for the best. I want to get back to the lab as soon as I could anyway. That meteor isn't going to inspect itself.
Hey, Ilbert. Sai, there's something I need to tell you about.
Oh man, are you going to ask me on a date too?
What?
No. I'm close to achieving my dream that I've ever been before, so
Actually, no. Now isn't the time or place for it. We'll talk about this later.
Sure. Back at the dorm?
No, I still need to figure some things out with Nate, and I want some privacy when it's time. Are you free Sunday night?
Sure, for a little bit.
We'll talk then. Bro, I would like to talk to you, but I got a date too, so you gotta think about that shit. We can level up with Sabrina, guys. We can level up with Sabrina and B. Sabrina, we need to talk. Did she hear me? Yes, I'm waiting for you to tell me what you want to talk about. Wait, don't you know? Yes, but I'm trying to pretend to be ignorant. It comforts most people. Jeez. Look, you say you didn't want me to try and help you, and then you also said that I didn't need to worry about you telling people about my friend energy. That is correct, yes. Well, why? To which part? Both, but I figured the first one is the most sensitive topic, so I guess you can answer the second one first. You presume to have access to my time. Are you busy? No.
Then yeah, I presume the hell out of my access to your time, or whatever you said.
Amusing. My lack of desire to expose your secret is very simple. I do not have any reason to. Doing so will be a malicious act, and you have done nothing wrong to me.
Even that thought I had when we first met, the, inappropriate one?
I have been hearing thoughts far worse than that since I was far too young to handle them. It is a reprieve in some ways to hear that sort of thought from someone who is not utterly detestable to the eye.
Not utterly detestable to the eye? Gotta put that one in the book of compliments.
Besides, even if I did intend to act with malice towards you, I believe exposing your power is a bridge too far.
What do you mean?
I'm aware of the effect I have on people. No, not that effect. The effect of fear. They feel discomforted around me, and I cannot blame them. Secrets, fantasies, shadows, the very core of people's identities are laid bare to me the moment they become aware of my power.
Yeah, I guess most people can't help thinking of something the moment they realize they shouldn't think of it.
I have resigned myself to the fate of isolation, to the point I now volunteer the truth of my power. I used to attempt to hide it, in vain. No more. I will live as myself amongst others, or live as myself, by myself. I will discard my cares of another's thoughts. Destiny burns me too much to ask to wear a mask, too.
So, you really have given up?
Entirely.
Man, that's a load of shit.
I beg your pardon?
You haven't given up. Not yet. And there are 3 ways I can tell, even without reading your minds.
Do share your theory with me, but speak carefully. Telepathy is only one of many psychic skills, and amongst my least invasive. The first is that you're telling me all this when you told me about your powers, and now you've been apologetic. You know what an apology is, right? It's asking someone to overlook something you've done wrong. Now you haven't done anything wrong, but the fact that you want to overlook something means you care about what I think, literally. The second thing is that you're here in Kobukan. It's not easy to get in, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anyone forced you to come here. Am I right? You are correct. I was not forced to come here.
Cool. Kobukan's a school with tons of busy people with strong ambitions and goals and very active minds, all crammed into a single campus. You probably dorm with 4 other girls, right? I don't know how your power works exactly, but I have to imagine being around a lot of people doesn't make things any quieter.
And why do you think that?
You're here, in the back of the corner of the library alone.
Am I right?
Yes.
Nice. What's the third thing then?
Well, it's, you're beautiful?
I don't see how that's relevant to anything.
Well, I might be total off base here, but your hair is really shiny and straight, so you gotta be used to some kind of special shampoo. And you comb it every day too, right? Hair that long probably multiple times a day. Your posture is like incredible. I've never seen someone with a straighter back. And well, your outfit is very flattering and you know it. You know what people think when they see you.
It is typical of a man to believe I adorn myself for his pleasure. I don't think it's for me. I think you've heard people mentally needle and point out tiny flaws in your appearance over and over until you eliminated them. Even if that's true, how would that indicate that I haven't fully discarded the thoughts and opinions of others? Well, you heard people's thoughts and changed yourself, unless I'm meant to believe that you were born this way. You are not entirely incorrect. Well, tell me more. Espers are not uncommon, not as uncommon as many would think in any case. There are communities of Espers that live together in every region sometimes. They even manage to develop a culture and society that can exist alongside youth mix. A youth mix is what Espers call non-Espers. But I could not live in one of those communities. Espers live together in peace, taking advantage of their abilities without suffering the downsides as I do. For the vast majority of Espers, their powers are voluntary, mine are not. I do not believe they ever will be. When I am forced to read the minds of an Esper, reading the mind of another who was possibly reading another, it was an excruciating feedback loop. Debilitating headaches followed. I cannot be around them. Oh wow, like when Roxanne blasted our ears during orientation? Yes, constantly. So I sought a place in the Euthmic world and still seek it now, as you have proven, as much as I may try to deny it or tell myself that I've given up caring. Maybe you should try not immediately telling people that you read minds. It might be easier to fit in. I have tried that. My precious friend felt betrayed. She hated me then, and I could feel her thoughts turn from love to poison. No, if I'm inbuilt to poison, when I will prepare the chalice for myself at a time of my choosing. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about your friend. But you can't give up just because one person reacted negatively. Would you risk letting a single one of your friends know of your friend energy? I know it's not mind control, it's a conduit for empathy at its strongest. But my power is also not mind control, nor is it soul stealing, witchcraft, or evil. And yet, it has been described as such by many. Was it described as that aloud, or did you get that from people's minds? None have ever chosen to state through sorts of true feelings to my face. I don't see what difference it makes, though. I think it makes a huge difference, actually. Oh? Yeah, I mean, people have all kinds of intrusive thoughts, you know? You know more than anyone that people can help but think of the worst things at the worst possible times when they're around you. But if they choose not to say it, then they're making a choice to be better than their instincts. Sure, maybe they're just trying not to make you angry or whatever. But I bet if that was the case, you would know what their intentions were too, right? Are you trying to convince me that there is something governing people's actions other than their thoughts? Pity. I thought this conversation was going somewhere. People aren't machines, Sabrina. You can't just read the code from their heads and know exactly what they're going to do. Sometimes, even if they're thinking one thing, they're going to do the exact opposite. I challenge you to name one situation in which that's the case. Well, you're pretty difficult to talk to, right? As you've constantly been thinking, yes? I'm still here, aren't I? Now that is strange. Why? Because I want to help you. And I have no idea how, and I don't even know where to begin. And I might not even be able to help you with your powers. But I can at least be your friend. We can be weird power buddies. Our powers are in no way comparable. Sabrina is being difficult. Fine. Oh, there we go. Sweet, so... No, I will not help you cheat on tests. No, I will not help you win at cards. No, I will not. You want me to send you the lyrics to songs while you're doing karaoke so you can pretend to have memorized them? Yeah! A person with powers could be ruling nations or upending dynasties, and you want me to use my power to make you seem better at karaoke. Be honest with me, what have you actually used your powers for, on purpose? Because it sounds to me like you've mostly been trying to avoid them. I used them to win at blackjack once. I needed some money. Shortly after, I moved to Insperia. I wasn't allowed to keep my winnings though, not because I read the dealer's mind, but because I was under 21 and should have been in the casino in the first place. Jeez, did you get arrested? No. The dealer was also an Esper, actually. He said he wouldn't turn me in as long as I became his protege. Eventually, he got me a job at some casino, which is where the particular outfit comes from. Oh, the outfit she's wearing. He is bombastic and showy and ridiculous, not to mention a weak Esper, but he does give me hope that life amongst the youth mix is possible. Well, see? The one time you used your powers instead of trying to hide from their effects, everything turned out fine. We'll see. The future has yet to arrive. I would ask you two questions, which I have not been able to figure out. even as I search your mind. Oh, sure. What is it? When you were stating those 3 facts which proved to you that I still hold on to some vain hope of normalcy, I could never see what your next argument would be until you were already saying it. How? Oh, that? Yeah, I was just improvising like crazy there. I pretty much only came up with each argument after I've already started saying it. So, when you said you had 3 things, it might have been more accurate to say that I was going to figure out 3 things. Remarkable. Your mind works fast, considering how empty it is. Hey, it might be mostly empty, but I've got enough wrinkles in this old think meat to get offended. But not for long. So what was your second question? Why is the song about Baby Sharpedo playing in your head, just over and over and over? Oh, yeah, I heard it like a week or 2 ago. So it'll probably be another month or so before it leaves. If we are to spend more time together, could you not perhaps get some classical piano stuck in your head? Something that fades into the background? I mean, I could try. Wait, we're going to be spending more time together? You said that you would be my friend. I'm giving to understand friends hang out. Oh, we sure do. Give us some time to figure out where we should go, alright? Very well. Is it alright then if I contact you in the future through your mind? If you think of me, I will know. I'm not gonna lie. We got a date with Leaf coming up on Sunday, but the way Sabrina's talking to me, it's here again. It's that same feeling I felt when we were talking to the last freaking person in the cutscene. I can't remember which girl it was, but it was just something right here, you know? Like, it's just right here. We have a psychic link, not a contact info. Establish a psychic link. She's so cute. Look, these girls, they're speaking to my soul! Alright guys, that was some more Pokemon Academy Life. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel today for more quality content like this one. And I will see all of you guys in the next video. Take care, lovelies. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.